Why is it so darn difficult to find a preceptor when you're in NP school? And which NP certification exam should you take? What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the vlog. For those of you who've never been here before, my name is Sean. I do a video series on how to survive the real world of nursing. I offer tips, tricks, how-to hacks, and brutal honest opinions how to survive this thing called nursing. Today we're answering another Hey Sean. In fact, it's a twofer. Today's a twofer. So for those of you who are joining me on the record, welcome back. Talking about NP school. Getting a lot of questions about NP school, which is awesome. So I have a lot of nurses who are making the transition, who are taking the dive and wanting to become a nurse practitioner. Unfortunately, nurse practitioner school is nothing like nursing school. And what I mean by that is that NP school, there are a ton of variable options depending on what you decide to do. We're not going to get into the specifics of that one. For those of you that ever pay attention to my blog, you should go to my blog, go to my website, seandent.com, and head over to my blog. And I posted a blog post about a month ago talking about things that you need to know, things you need to do before you decide to even apply to NP school. I think it was titled, So You Want to Be a Nurse Practitioner. Today we're talking about preceptors. So, for those of you that don't know, one of the difficult challenges that you're going to encounter is that you're going to have to figure out your clinicals almost on your own, which is not fair, not at all, but guess what? It is what it is. Time to suck it up. You're going to go to NP school. Doesn't matter if you do family nurse practitioner, acute care, adult, neonatal, psych, take your pick. It doesn't matter. You are going to be mostly responsible, if not completely responsible, for making arrangements and seeking out, finding, and scheduling your clinical rotations. It's not like nursing school where you all go to the same place or you all go to the same couple places. You're all going to do the same rotations. This is a bit different. I haven't quite figured out why it's so difficult, but yet it still is. As an NP student, when you are on the cusp of having to enter nurse practitioner clinicals, depending on what year you are, because clinicals usually start right around year 1.5. One. You're going to have to make arrangements. You are going to have to figure out where it is you can physically go and participate in nursing clinicals as a nurse practitioner student. You're not only going to have to find the specific rotation, but you're going to have to find the location, and you're going to have to find a primary preceptor. Now, you can have multiple preceptors, but you're going to have a primary preceptor who's going to judge you, grade you, evaluate you. And that person has to be an NP or a doctor. You cannot be supervised and precepted by a physician assistant, even though most of them could do the job. It has everything to do with medicine versus nursing, blah, blah, blah. Let's not go into details. You're going to have to find a location. So, take it upon yourself to accept this painful experience before you even start nurse practitioner school. I want to take a second to welcome all of my live viewers. We're recording this live. I had a couple people pop in, say hello, so I want to say yo to Dr. Mike Sevilla. And I believe we had Healthy, Wealthy, and Stealthy, heck of a name, jumping in just to say hi. talking about NP school clinical rotations, and we're talking about certification exams. So you're going to have to figure out where you got to go. It's not pre-scheduled for you, which, once again, really stinks. So you need to have the forward thinking to figure out who you can talk to, where you can go. This becomes even more of a problem if you are doing your NP program online. This is one of the weaknesses of doing your NP program online, is that you're going to have to make all the arrangements. You have to figure out where to go, who to talk to. You're going to have to do a lot of legwork. So if it's online, you first of all are not physically located in a centralized area, so you could go anywhere, good and bad. Second thing is you're going to have to find preceptors who are willing to take you on, because I'm pretty sure everybody remembers at some point in your career how difficult it is to orient and or precept a student. All of the things that you do are going to slow down by 50% or more. You not only that, if you can't find a nurse practitioner, you're going to have to find a physician who is familiar with working with NPs. You definitely don't want to find a physician that knows nothing about you, knows nothing about your skills, your education, and what your abilities are. And I hate to say this stereotypically, you don't want to find the old school doc who first of all doesn't even know what a nurse practitioner is, or second of all isn't a big fan of our work, and you know they're out there. Here are a couple suggestions. First of all, I would go straight to the source. Talk to your nurse practitioner program director or supervisor or your guidance counselor or whoever, whatever the name is, and ask them for suggestions. Where have other students gone to do their practical experiences? Do you have a list of preceptors that I could contact? Then you're going to start talking to your classmates and figure out what they're doing. Maybe they have an in, or maybe you can join them in wherever clinical experience they're going to. Well, that sounded horrible. 3, you can go to many of the national databases or go to your national organizations. You can go to the ANA, you can go to the AANP, you can go to the ANCC. 3 random, just off the top of my head, American Nurses Association. You can go to the American Association of Nurse Practitioners, and you go to the American Association of Critical Care Nurses. They all have databases where you can reach out to nurse practitioners who are willing to be a preceptor. You also have local chapters amongst those national organizations that you can reach out to. A couple more people rolling in on the live feed. Joaquin, thanks for joining us. Had someone else ask a question. We'll try and save that for later. So, I think that was 3 things. So, university, you're going to talk to your classmates, you're going to talk to the organization. So while you're online, you should probably check out whatever social network that you're hanging out with or that you like and see if anybody out there has suggestions or recommendations. There are actually a lot of public and private Facebook groups that offer help when it comes to making arrangements and also communicating with active students and active advanced practice providers. It's like 4 things. The other thing you can do is talk to your actual employer or talk to other employers in the area and find out if any of them have options for you. So, 5 things. Once again, I'm not making it any easier. You are still going to have to do all of the legwork, which is a pain in the rear. Because then after you find a place and you find a person, preceptor, then you're going to have to You're going to have to be the third person or the bridge between your university and the facility and or facilities that you're going to do your clinical experience, because maybe they don't have a formal contract. Maybe you have to create a formal contract. You're going to have to sign release forms. There's an entire packet of things you're going to have to fill out. So yes, it's painful, and I'm sorry, but that's the reality that we live in. Welcome to the nurse practitioner world. Second part of our Hey Sean question has to do with certification exams. Once again, nurses, the nursing profession, and nurse practitioners don't like to make things easy. So you have many options to take your certification exam to get your state licensure. It's the same kind of concept as becoming an RN. You got to take the NCLEX, National Certification Exam, grants you the ability to apply for a nursing license. It's kind of a prequel. Same thing applies when you become a nurse practitioner. You have to take a national certification exam. It will pre-qualify you or qualify you to apply and or receive state licensure. It varies per state. And back in the day when I took my exam, you have to think, once again, in the future. Where do you plan on practicing as an NP? You practicing in the same state, or do you plan on traveling? Are you going nationally? Are you jumping over? Are you going across the seas? Or are you just going on the other side of the United States? Because state practice acts and laws in New York, in New Jersey, in Pennsylvania are very different than the state practice acts in California, Arizona, Texas. I'm really bad at geography. As you can see, two very different long ends of the United States, two very different sets of rules. You need to figure out what set of rules your final destination follows. I, for one, live in one state and I want to go move into another state. Then you need to go find out what that other state's state practice acts are. Each certification exam is a little different. I'm told that some concentrate more on, the didactic and clinical portions, and some deal a lot with theory, and there's some rumor out there that there's a certification exam that has nothing. Only thing it cares about is delegation and national standards when it comes to public health. Once again, these are all rumors. I can't confirm or deny them. I took the ANCC certification, the Association Nursing Credentialing. I can't even remember it. So I took the ANCC because the states that I was interested in practicing, some of the states did not recognize some of the other certifications. Yes, that does exist. There are certain states that don't recognize certain certification exams in order to pre-qualify you for your state license. You need to pay attention to that. Randomly picking a state and a certification. So you live in Ohio and you want to go practice in Utah. Random. And the State Practice Act in Utah only recognizes all but the ANCC. And then you who live in Ohio take the ANCC certification exam and try to move and apply for licensure in Utah, and you don't qualify. So you have two choices. You either don't move to Utah or you're going to have to take another certification exam. Yeah, I don't think you want to do either one of those. The ANCC, I believe, is the most transmutable, the most common, and it crosses state borders. ANCC, say that again. There's now a certification exam with the ANP, and I'm only talking from experience as an adult acute care nurse practitioner. because there's different certification exams for family nurse practitioner and neonatal and psych. And I'm not privy, nor do I have any idea what their requirements are. So you want to do your homework, pay attention to where you're practicing, as in your final destination, and if you're interested in traveling, which certification exam crosses state borders. I would hate for you to get through nurse practitioner school, graduate, get your degree, and take a certification exam that means nothing to you, that is useless to you. You want to do your homework and ask questions. At any time during any part of your educational process, ask questions. Hey, you can ask me. I'm pretty sure I can point you in the right direction if I don't know the answer. 2 questions today from Hey Sean. For those of you that are catching it on the record, thanks for joining me. Thanks for tuning in. I hope at this point, if you've made it thus far, that you will leave a comment down below, like this video, and maybe just, hit the subscribe button down below so that you can catch me the next time that I'm either going live or the next video that I upload or release, that you get notification that, boom, Sean put out another video. 400 videos later, I'm still going strong, gang, and I don't see me stopping anytime soon. You know how to find me, SeanDent.com. Ask me any questions you want. Find me on social media at Sean P. Dent. And as always, check your own pulse first.